contrary, my argument is that if I have a bond whose coupon rate is higher than the new ones, that is better value than the new ones that are being offered. So if I offer you these old bonds with better value, any investor would consider that more than the new ones with less value.
But you see, there's a problem when you talk about certainty of the old bonds. Government has openly and clearly expressed its difficulty in honoring the old bonds as it is. And everybody is aware of that. So we are not in normal times where you are sure that all your coupons are going to come unless something happens. And we must all be part of the process that creates the sustainability and capacity for government. So if you say that you will not do it, others should do it to create the capacity so that you have certainty for your returns, then you are not helping the process. So let's all be part of the
So
process.
you cannot assure us
Government
that
has announced
maturing.
that.
Hold on, we cannot assure. I just want a clarification. You cannot assure that, because if you say you are free not to sign, and you're now saying, let's note that we are in difficult times, it means these individual bondholders cannot get the full assurance that their maturing bonds will be paid at the due time.
Well, I think the finance minister answered that question. And he said that he will keep to the terms of the old bonds. He's, however, encouraging them that if you hold on to the old bonds, you do so at your own peril in terms of liquidity challenge and tradability. And that's where I also want to stick to. Government has announced that the bond market as it is right now, we have difficulty in terms of meeting our debt obligations. And we must all be seen to be contributing to preserve the market. Individual bondholders have been given the option. Please, you can stay out and keep to your old bonds. The government has promised to honor the bonds as and when they are due. But we encourage them to be part of the new bond market so that we can all create a more vibrant bond market.
All right, if you just joined us, it's 8:29. We're talking to Dr. John Kumah. He's the Deputy Finance Minister, as you know, and we're getting clarity on the position of every stakeholder when it comes to the domestic debt exchange program. Winston has covered a lot of ground with Dr. Kumah. I want to do something because I've realized that as Winston keeps asking the questions and you keep providing the explanations, people are still coming back to ask, so is this the case? So is that the case? So I would like to do a simple thing with you, if it's possible. I'm going to ask the question in such a way that you can give me a yes or no answer. Let's see if that is more helpful.
That is, if there is a yes or no answer for it.
If there isn't,
sometimes you don't have
a
definite yes or no.
I'll do my best to ask the question in as plain a way as possible. Let's start with the individual bondholders. You have made it clear in the statement yesterday that they are free to not join.
Yeah, it's optional.
So if an individual bondholder chooses not to join, on maturity, will you pay them?
Yes, that we have stated.
So that's a yes.
Yes.
Okay. So for as long as they hold that bond between now and maturity, they are holding a bond that will be paid on maturity.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Does that not make their bond more valuable?
No.
Than the exchanged one, which will not be paid for a number of years, and even then it will be only a certain percentage will be paid.
So this one maybe is when you talk to the finance experts that will tell you that the fact that your bond will be paid at maturity doesn't mean that today the current value of the bond is X amount or Y amount. And this is where we thought in the end it was advisable to rope in the individual bondholders for their own good. Because once you carve out 90% of the market and you ask me to hold into the 10%, you have virtually reduced the value of my bond unless I hold on to maturity. So here we are looking at the advantage for individual bondholders in the secondary market in case of liquidity challenge. And that is what I continue to encourage them. Some of these things, they should talk to their bankers and people with technical financial advice to guide them. It's not about emotions. And then as government, we have given them our word that as and when it falls due, if you can hold to maturity, you're going to get the value.
All right.
But in between, if you attempt to trade off, you are losing about 90% of your value, which is not advisable.